Immunotherapy is using the immune system to attack cancer.
The immune system is very important both in allowing cancer to develop and in fixing cancer when it happens.
Immunotherapy has come of age in recent years, and I strongly feel that this is the future of medical oncology therapies.
We've been using passive immunotherapy where we give patients artificial antibodies to attack the cancer or hormones the cancer needs to grow and survive for years. Recently, what's very exciting are new drugs that unleash the immune system to attack the cancer.
Some of the results that have been seen long-term with immunotherapy that have been published recently are really very, very profound and very, very exciting. And we've never seen this to date in medical oncology.
Immunotherapy is exciting because it leaves the patient in a better state after you've finished it than you would have if you had repeated bouts of chemotherapy. It allows us to control the tumour with less side effects.
Advances in medical care often come when an existing myth or an existing dogma has been reversed. So if we take, for instance, in lung cancer therapy with immunotherapy, traditionally we would have been taught immunotherapy has no role, it hasn't been found. But the results of immunotherapy in some patients with lung cancer are significantly better than anything I've seen with standard chemotherapy. So that paradigm is clearly wrong. And the way that we have changed how we think is through research.
One patient particularly springs to mind with a devastating diagnosis of advanced melanoma over 2.5 years ago. And this patient received immunotherapy over 12 weeks and nothing has happened since the patient completed the 12 weeks of treatment 2.5 years ago. So I think if we were talking about this years ago, you wouldn't believe it, but this is reality now. This can happen. Of course, this doesn't happen to every patient, and that's the challenge that's presented to clinicians and to scientists. It should happen for every patient. A lot of work is being done on that as to why it doesn't, but in a significant percentage of patients, it is happening that they can get a durable, long-term benefit from immunotherapy over years, and it's a real groundbreaking thing to say.
So I'm a medical graduate and I'm taking some time out for research before completing my specialist training in haematology. I'm excited to be part of a team here at Breakthrough Cancer Research and indeed part of a global research community that are ultimately working towards a common goal. And what we're trying to do is find improved therapies for Irish patients.
Our research is broadly focused on drug delivery to patients. And I use the term drug loosely, but really it's putting messages into the body to tell the body to do things. So it might be putting a message into a tumour to say die, or in the case of immune therapy, is putting a message into the immune system to say there's a tumour here somewhere, go around the body, look for it, and when you find it, kill it. My own group, we use biological means of delivering these messages. So we use bacteria and viruses because they're naturally good at getting into the body and not getting into cells. So we're kind of hijacking them in a way, putting our messages inside them, and then they scurry around the body going and delivering our messages to wherever they're needed.
The patient's immune system can play a really, really important role, which is something at the Cork Cancer Research Centre we have believed since the centre was set up by Professor Jerry O'Sullivan well over 10 years ago. We're very much active in that space right now. We've been busy developing devices to allow us to treat lung cancer, to try and treat colorectal and esophageal cancers. What we're really interested in now is to show that the benefit of this in combination with immunotherapy can really be clinically significant, and the data that we have is really encouraging.
At the moment we have very promising studies with the Cork Cancer Research Lab in immunotherapy that hopefully will yield some results in the months to come, but at the moment it's looking very promising and I'm very excited about it, and research, I think, is the way forward, no doubt.
For all the patients who aren't cured and who eventually run out of drug, which is very tough, clinical trials, especially clinical trials that involve active immunotherapy, where the patient's own immune system is woken up to attack the cancer successfully, hold great promise.
Research is essential to keep opening up new avenues of weaknesses that tumours manifest, because every tumour has an Achilles heel or two, and we just need to find it research helps us to do that.
Hopefully in future generations of Irish patients won't need to feel the same terror at a cancer diagnosis as we do today.
To tackle something as challenging as cancer, you need an incredibly dedicated team. And we have that here at Breakthrough Cancer Research. And the people who are on our team are the oncologists, the surgeons and the nurses who work with the dedicated scientists in the lab. But the people who make that happen also are the fundraisers, because they are the people who get the research money in to allow them to do what they do.
We can't do anything, we can't do any science unless this core money from people like our fantastic funders keep bringing into us, and as long as we know we have some way of relying on that coming in, we can maximise that money.
Genuinely grateful to the support we receive from the general public, because without their support we wouldn't be here, which is the bottom line.
We're always amazed at the many different ways that people can help fund our research. Be it running a mini marathon, somebody having a coffee morning, attending an event. There are so many ways that people can support it, and we couldn't do it without you.